What's going on, socialites? This is Now You Know. Now you know we couldn't let 2020 pass without another hip-hop or rap beef. I know y'all thought we were probably gonna say coronavirus, but we're moving on from that. This time the beef was between DJ Akademiks and Meek Mill, and if it weren't for trolls, this conversation actually wouldn't have seen the light of day. So some of y'all may have heard about the new app Clubhouse, super exclusive, super private. When the app was first created, you couldn't even find it in the App Store. You literally had to be invited in order to even hop in on the conversation. But sorry for all you Android users, it's only for iPhone users. But anyways, this is not about the app, this is about what went down on the app. So over the weekend, there was a room called Welcome Akademiks, which just so happened to be joined by a plethora of rappers like Meek Mill, 21 Savage, PNB Rock, Tory Lanez, and of course a whole lot of fans who just wanted to be in on the conversation and who had access to the app. So while it's not clear exactly how this back and forth even started or why it started in the first place, one thing is clear, that there is some deep-rooted drama between Meek and Akademiks. So during the conversation, Akademiks said that his issue with Meek reaches back to 2015. Now the real issue is when Meek dropped Dream Chasers, Akademiks didn't post it, but allegedly chose to post negative remarks and negative statements about Meek. Now mind you, this all happened around the same time that Meek and Drake had their own personal drama, which I know y'all remember that. Now back in 2017, Akademiks claimed that Meek's whole reason for being upset was because he said that Drake was his favorite rapper and Meek took it personally. Now Akademiks says that Meek's team came after him, telling him that if he's not going to post both good and bad stuff about Meek, including album drops, don't post that man at all. So Akademiks took that to heart and he literally stopped posting Meek on his platforms. Now fast forward to the Clubhouse conversation, Meek literally came for Akademiks' head because he accused him of posting him on social media, and that's when all hell broke loose. Now Meek claimed that Akademiks is not good for the culture, meaning the hip-hop culture and the black culture, because of the content that he chooses to post on his social media pages, both business and personal.
Basically, like, he run a platform that be stirring a lot of shit up in the streets, die about it. A lot of people get hurt about it. Sometimes he say things about certain people that can hurt people, brands that could take people food off their table. He actually got influence over like a lot of kids. My kids watch that shit, my little cousins. A bunch of people watch that shit, and I see a lot of things that, you know, I don't approve of, that our culture represent, and I see it taking place on this platform, so I'm gonna turn that platform to an enemy of mine. That's just like simple.
Now just listening to that, it's very clear that Meek wants absolutely nothing to do with DJ Akademiks and his platforms. Now, he got his grievances out, which really seemed like it wasn't personal, but Akademiks took everything that Meek was saying very, very personal. During this conversation, Meek did call out a couple instances where Akademiks didn't promote the culture in a positive light, especially in relation to what Meek Mill has already been through. He talked about how Akademiks posted a video of Meek holding a gun, knowing that this man had just got out of prison and was on probation and could have been locked up if that picture would have went viral. Now mind you, real quick, this is the first full conversation that Meek and Akademiks had even had with each other discussing their beef, which is crazy. Just about 5 years, and this is the first time that they're talking about all this. Now Meek went as far as to call Akademiks the ops, because he said that he knew that he would have been arrested had that post been seen, but he hopped in Akademiks' DM telling him to remove it before again it went viral.
We might gotta push you off you talking about the feds, you might not can't even be on this call right here. That's the difference what we trying to tell you. You on the internet basically inciting violence in between young kids, and then when somebody say something to you, you talking about you calling the feds. You might not even be allowed in it. That's what this conversation is. It ain't no negotiation. If it's an upcoming rapper that needs to use your platform, hey, all right, yeah, you could negotiate to feed your family. And this ain't no negotiation, though, with the people that's on the phone with you. It's getting to a point where you're doing a lot of damage.
Now, Meek did not stop there. He kept coming for Akademiks' head. He called him out for bullying Nav, who was a known foe to Akademiks because he constantly makes fun of him and doesn't promote any of his music, but promotes everything else negative like a troll would do. Now, you know when a troll is in the conversation, you have to include 6ix9ine, which he's a known troll. So Meek called out Akademiks, saying that he was trying to get 6ix9ine to take over the culture.
But look, we about to expose this too. Y'all try to turn a rat to a number one artist. That's the issue when you win the 6ix9ine,
let me get the sense. Let them talk, Akademiks, let them talk, bro.
Through manipulation and buying numbers and paid comments to get people to brainwash people. I bet hundreds of thousands on this. Me and 21 and them bet on this. Me and Steve Stout and them bet on this. I've been telling them, these guys gonna be going in 9 months doing this. to lead our culture with this. You know the platform you got, you know the power you got over kids, and you continue to do this.
Now, 21 Savage finally hopped in as a mediator at one point because things between Meek and Akademiks were literally getting out of hand. Now, 21 didn't choose a side despite agreeing with Meek that Akademiks is not good for the culture, but he did have to check Meek on one point after he accused Akademiks of getting people killed through the use of his platform, which 21 stepped in saying he can't blame Akademiks for all of that, but he can help blame him for escalating various situations.
We gotta hold them accountable too for even taking certain to the internet too, bro. That's where it started, bro. Like certain shouldn't even be on the internet for him to even be able to post.
I feel like y'all
doing that, but repost.
We is in the room in the streets. We in Copper Cove, and somebody inciting violence in that joint, and there's other people you getting slapped. Don't incite nothing while we right here, and this is what we doing. Our friends are making money here. Come on, 21. Somebody incite anything.
Meek. I ain't saying he ain't inciting it, but I'm saying I can't say he's just the cause of the problem. He got people killed. Literally. I'm saying we can't just call him the cause because it's like it start with why y'all even on the internet giving him anything to post and escalate.
Now the conversation really got heated to the point where Akademiks was yelling and Meek had to check him real quick, letting him know that if this had been a conversation in person, it would have not gone down the way it was going down on the app.
Right now, look, Akademiks, if we was in a room and you was talking to me like that and you screaming like that, that would not take place. What you doing right now, what you doing on the internet, the way you do it, is like not a realistic thing. Like, listen, look, I don't agree with you.
After hearing all this back and forth, which literally was like an hour-long argument, they finally came to a resolution with 21 hopping back on to try to get the situation solved because at that point, it really wasn't going anywhere.
The conversation need to go in a direction where Akademiks, you kind of hear what people are saying, and Meek, you hear what Akademiks is saying, so we can move forward and try and clean it up because it's already enough of us against each other. So we don't need this conversation to end and use. It need to more so be like, how can we fix it? How can you fix some of the shit that the culture don't like about what you do? Instead of just fighting it all, bro.
Now, this was a whole lot of arguing, but it seems like things will be on the up and up, especially because Akademiks says he's still growing his platform in hopes that he can sit down and have conversations about how to help move the culture in a positive light to better the situation. And he even aired out his grievances, heard Meek's grievances, but 21 even extended an olive branch to help Akademiks do better. Now, after all this happened, Meek and Akademiks hopped on Twitter, which you know had to happen because the video had gone viral, but they responded thanking 21, who was really able to help mediate the situation. Meek said, "I apologize if I cut anyone off. I be having my heart and stuff too much. If you was there, you know it was a great start of communication in hip-hop. The way 21 handled it inspired me and it was a great highlight." While Akademiks said, 21 Savage, one of the realest people in hip-hop. He can call someone on their stuff, still mess with them, and accept them for what they are. If anyone ever seen the convo we had, we talked privately the same exact way. I appreciate him being himself no matter who's in the room. Now, given that the conversation did happen on an app where it's supposed to be private, Meek didn't shy away from calling out those who recorded it, tweeting, "We've been on Clubhouse for months being personal with supporters, learning, getting game, learning about women's feelings, giving game, talking business, etc. No recording. Start to hit the internet until yesterday. Certain stuff just always ruined the wave." Now, overall, all Meek wanted Akademiks to realize is what he's taking from the culture and what he's putting into the culture. Socialites, what do you think about all of this? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure your post notifications are turned on so you never miss another video. Now you know what's trending.